bound in a massive gilt and jewel legendary book. One young girl named Nina decided she would have to see this legendary book. So Nina packed up some food, a change of clothes, and of course her sword, Hack. Hack was actually a blunt plastic saw, but he did the job. Nina waved goodbye to her family, raised Hack, and set off. Immediately she tripped over the curb. Blushing, Nina picked up Hack, which she had dropped, and kept walking. After a few hours of walking, made longer by Nina losing her way and dropping her pack several times, not to mention a few minor injuries, Nina found herself by a huge gorge, spanned by a stiffly roped bridge. Nina had already stepped fearlessly onto the bridge when a thundering voice bellowed, "Who goes there?" "My name is Nina, and this is Hack," Nina called, waving Hack over the side of the bridge. "Hack? You mean it? Oh, you've come at last," cried the voice ecstatically. Nina took advantage of this quickly and walked briskly across the bridge. A second later, Nina strode back up to the edge of the gorge, binoculars in hand. At the bottom of the gorge was a humongous purple and yellow troll with coarse blue fur and gigantic green horns. The troll was cheering to himself, perched comfortably on a lichen-covered rock at the bottom of the gorge. "Hey, Mr. Troll!" Nina hollered, raising Hack. The troll looked up at her, and then at Hack. "Why, brave mistress of Hack, you've come at last! I've been looking forward to this day for such a long time," said the troll, still showing his blunt, chunky teeth. "That's all well and good," said Nina, "but I'd really like to know where the legendary book is." "I know exactly where that is. I'd be delighted to show you, mistress of Hack," said the troll eagerly. "Call me Tom." Tom clambered out of the gorge and bowed low to Nina, then turned and beckoned. During their long trek through wild woods and open plains, they met several other trolls, a massive serpent, a bad-tempered rock giant, and even a dragon. But all Tom had to do was flash his security badge to obtain safe passage. Finally, after nearly 4 days of walking, the pair came across a large cave. "This is it, mistress of Hack. I'm afraid I can't accompany you. You must go in alone," Tom whispered. "Please be very careful, Nina. The demon, the most evil of all creatures, could hurt you terribly." Nina nodded gravely at Tom. She walked directly to the mouth of the cave and winked over her shoulder at Tom. It was very dark inside the cave. Nina lit her lantern and held it up to see the cave. Then she caught sight of the legendary book on a pedestal in the center of the cave. It was truly beautiful. Gilt and leather covers, encrusted with jewels, and glowing with the golden light of a wonderful story. Nina dashed towards it, but was blocked by a long pole that shot across her path from the other side of the cave. "Who goes there?" snarled the serpentine voice. "I'm Nina, mistress of Hack," said Nina boldly, hefting Hack. A tall, thin man stepped out of the shadows towards her. He was holding a long pole, and he was wearing a twisted smile. Nina knew he must be "You have a lot of nerve to come to this place, child," snapped the man disdainfully when he opened his mouth. A forked tongue darted out. All white, with no pupils or irises, and his teeth were like claws. Nina backed up in terror, but she raised Hack boldly. "This is the demon? Why, what a funny face," scoffed Nina. "You are no match for Hack once he's been freed." Nina had no idea what she was talking about, but it seemed the right thing to say. "It will never be free, you hear me? Never!" shrieked the demon and pounced at Nina. pedestal, knocking down the legendary book and causing the demon to sail right over her head. Nina snatched up Hack, grabbed the book, which had fallen on her knees, and ran. The demon's pole shot out in front of her, stopping her right at the mouth of the cave. Nina stumbled and dropped both Hack and the legendary book. Hack disappeared between the legendary book's pages. For some reason, the demon howled in anguish. "I have no chance, Mistress of Hack. I take it all back. I'm sorry. Have mercy," wailed the demon. His eyes rolled forward, his tongue swelled, and his hands went. Though it was not visible, Nina could sense his aura of icy cold power dissolving too. For the first time, Nina looked at the cover of the legendary book. The title was The Legend of Hack. Nina reached down and pulled Hack from between the pages. It had morphed into a shining silver sword, sharper than a shark's tooth. "Why, this is my little Hacky," breathed Nina in awe. She turned to the demon, pointing the new Hack directly at him. "I have half a mind to kill you now, but there's no point to it, really. Come with me." Nina strode out of the cave, with the demon shuffling miserably behind her. "You did it, Nina! Oh, that's my girl!" shouted Tom jubilantly as Nina exited the cave. "This terrible man enslaved me and all of my comrades to help him keep his precious book safe all these long years. He knew the return of Hack would be his downfall, but if he could help it, it would never happen. His slaves, including me, were forced to help him protect the legendary book. We had no choice," said Tom bitterly, but he brightened up quickly. "It's all over now. It's party time," he shouted joyfully. Nina thought she felt a tremor in the earth a second later. The tremor turned out to be a huge rock giant's footsteps, and he was followed by a dragon, a serpent, 6 giant spiders, 3 lions, and a dozen trolls. They were all cheering in surprisingly human voices and doing what appeared to be the conga. The dragon even called right up to Nina. The demon cleared his throat loudly, and everybody turned his way for a moment. "Ahem. Well, I would like to apologize for my terrible action. I feel very ashamed. You are all very nice animals," the demon said, looking quite embarrassed but sincere. Then he turned and rushed back into his cave. Nina walked over to Tom, who was foraging for Puff. "Well, I guess this is goodbye, Tom. It's been great, and I'll miss you, but Hack and I have some serious adventures to have," she said softly. Tom straightened and gave Nina a very hairy hug. Nina raised Hack in salute, set off, and didn't trip on anything. Our next writer will be Forrest Karsten.
Hi, this is my book. It's called The Collected Works. And this is my book. It's called The Collected Works. And I have a couple of poems I'd like